As slow.
To driftwood, then. It moves forward.
With the...
I respect your mettle, sorcerers.
We are ready.
Yes, but
I swear.
Very well. Goodbye. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Yes, mistress.
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up, show us what...
Godwoken.
Let's make that fire within you more than just a metaphor, shall we?
It's like lava flowing through me. I can't contain it for long.
Must be silenced!
Defend me or die. Hold them off. I need more time.
You will not take me again, Dal.
Over here and stop.
Stop her!
Defend me or die.
Here, a gift. May you die in a great, beautiful blaze.
Focus! Stop her sorcery!
I need more time.
Such power she had.
There is no time to spare. We have to put this island
Later.
behind us.
I'll be damned to the void, but it looks like the Lady Vengeance has life in her. Malady's raring to go, and I can't say...
You did it. You spoke to it. Blessings to you, sorcerer. Now we can escape this place. Our sacred ancestor trees.
Well,
Turned into-
what have we the slow to driftwood then? Be quick.
Leaving Duggan back there feels wrong. He should be here. Let me...
It was you, wasn't it? You who work the ship. God worker.
You after something? Looking to interrogate me again, perhaps?
No one ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that. Speak to me if you're looking for... So, what'll it be? I've got a few good prospects for you in that case. Tell me some more about what you're after, and I'll see that you have just the right type at your side. A lot of choice.
A young woman shook her eyes.
Hey, it's you! Well, 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 we meet again. Malady, is it true? You're like me? Well, kind of. You know about my, situation. Right. I'm only hosting one. Malady said I should have met one of the I met it. I know. I don't know what this thing is. What's your deal? I'm impressed, Chief. You know, I never was much of a... Well, that was, well, duh. Most fleshy folk. Now, let's go.
You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister ran. Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
an eye on the red until the cage is locked again. You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ran, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
Whatever that Magister told you, I hope it helps.
I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
Our sacred ancestor trees, turned into the slaves of warmongers.
Tick-tock, Godwoken. It moves forward.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but...
I swear.
Very well. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Yes, mistress.
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. Show us what
Godwoken.
You fight with such fire. Let's make it manifest.
That elf! Her sorcery must be silenced!
Hold them off. I need more time.
You will not take me again!
Die.
Metaphor, shall we?
That burning. It's like a bomb in my belly, ready to burst.
Time.
Bring her to her knees. Do it!
Don't stop. It's working.
Stop her sorcery!
Almost there. A little longer.
Here's a rather explosive little trick I've developed. Let's see how it suits.
That's burning. It's like a bomb in my belly. Ready to burst. I'm ready.
Defend me or die.
Stop her!
Damn, I'm good.
With the help of the half-demon Malady, the God-woken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay, suddenly the smell grows stronger. It then suddenly vanishes.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it? Must be a weird cross.
The gods. Are they dead? How can this be?
Tight coils wrapped.
Be gone from here.
Ralik hangs limp from the tree. His helmeted head hangs slack.
Hurry! Bring my...
Ever-tightening cursed branches constrict the great dwarven god Duna. His eye...
Be gone. Be gone from...
Before you hangs a great ethereal orc, his face twisted... A small, stout imp winces under the countless curse.
You're...
Cursed tendrils tighten around Zorstissa. Her lips are moving, but no... The cursed tendrils slacken.
My one.
Amadia hangs before you, her face cut and bruised, her chest bare. You lean in. That's no... Your whispered blessing slithers up the tree. She jolts awake with a gasp. Gold...
My child! Oh, blessings be that you are here. Blessings be that they did not get you too. The forces of the void. Please step carefully, child. Trust neither king nor pauper. We may only trust in each other, and I do trust.
She pauses, looks over her shoulder and sees the others hanging from...
My brothers! This is perfect. No, it is too late for them. You need that source. I do not say this out of malice. My love for you, my child. These misguided fools would sacrifice this world to the very force. No, we are the only hope to save this world. You and I alone. But we must hurry. The void is close. It begins within. You use but a fraction of your tremendous power. You must ascend to...
Once Lucian the Divine united the powers of the Seven against the Void. He led the people of Rivellon to glory. Now, my child, you will do the same. But unlike Lucian...
She starts to answer, but her eyes change.
No, I see it. The horror. Fly, my child. Fly.
White-hot cold pierces you.
What's happening?
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
Gods, schmods. They aren't interested in me, and I'm not interested in them. It seems whatever's inside me is more powerful than any of them anyway. Or at least more cunning.
This place is strange. I cannot bear you away from here. You are the one who brought us here. The demon that wet death washed over me as we entered.
Where is everybody?
Hidden away somewhere. Safe from the storm. I hope.
Ifan's spirit stares at you. He gives no sign as Ifan's eyes flicker He whispers, "Glekudo." Then, before your eyes, his spirit did that you could. Sabile's spirit watches your approach like a spectator. The Red Prince's spirit stands.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. There's no time. I can't hold. Brace yourself. This a lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into... As you look around, you realize you're still aboard the lift. Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny.
Best let's not do that again anytime soon. Hmm? Very good. I'll feel far less put upon if you tell me you learned something useful on our little field trip. Even I know when to pay attention. Tell me what you saw. I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could... Well then, it sounds like you...
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from...
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you... Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see... I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that you need to go see the Meister. As have I, but not in the ways a true Godwoken can. You ought to be able to see and speak to the spirits that when you're done, you'll be able to amass and unleash... I quite look forward to seeing it. She's got one of those things in Driftwood, you know, the building where... Give me your map. There you are. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Now, I must be going. And why our faithful little sloop of course shopping. Before you go, if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. And in the unlikely case you...
hater. It's rather impressive that a place named Reaper's Coast. Then again, I suppose desolate, boring, and covered. Still, here we are. I trust I needn't remind you about our agreement. Yes, I feared you may have been thinking about cheese or Listen closely. It is vitally important that I gain access to the Magister's cave. Since my emancipation, I have sought clues of... There are reports Magisters have... I suspect it to be an eternal site. And if even the clucking roost... Well, I would hardly have to break in... There may be tablets detailing the history I've missed. In a sense, the lady, or the goddess, Armadia, but wars leave scars. I have not read that story, but of course...
Hello again. And I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could fetch some stuff. Up to you.
She's something, all right. I question Stephen's trust in her, but Malady's usefulness is self-evident. As Lucian said, you will be eternally... Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Rivellon. Paradise Downs. I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. Only as often as I need his guidance, Godwoken. When I invoke Lucian's words, I invoke...
Gareth's nostalgia lasts for just a moment.
I expect Malady has an answer to that. It seems she's got it all in hand.
I hadn't realized I was in such illustrious company when we met. Why, it was your ally, Malady, who spared me.
This shrine fills you... A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth. It gasps in the air, struggling for the...
No! Die here! Monsters in the...
It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes as if to say, do what you will. It looks at you with its cold...
What happened here?
This is no time for idle chit-chat. A Magister caravan. I remember one just like this picking me up. Could have been a shipment to Fort Joy. What happened here?
White as driftwood salt, the dwarf flinches at your...
Back! Back! Magister, I'll kill you, just like the rest of them!
She slumps, all bravado draining.
No. I've never seen anything like those beasts before. Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen.
Her eyes stare vacantly into the distance.
I don't know. I don't know. Old Duna's beard. Lohar, my helping sorcerers. We all know. No, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Seven sympathy. I saw those things dragging the...
She flinches at the... Eloisa was the prettiest girl, not to others, but to you. Her luminous eyes shone brighter than the moon. You stride past the chained sorcerers and climb onto the... He offers only a bleary-eyed stare of after all. Warm red wine flows down your throat. Collared by magisters in the far north, you were forced marched to this foreign land. Work, work, work. That's all there was in Driftwood for a dwarf like you. You remember a cold childhood in a no-hope fishing town, bullied... From the dark, you stare up at the thin slivers of light visible. Wood creaks above your head. One of them has paused. You hear only... You twist your head around as the magisters haul you away. Wendy cries out something to... The kid is whistling an off-key...
Ain't up to out. Just looking for Sina... Ben Mesd. Ooh. Baron won't like that one little bit.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off.
Yes, yes, you look. I found the culprit. Tell that to Big Marge.
I saw. They were stolen. The babies, the eggs, something. Horror, thief, horrible thief. It came in and big as a cow, big as a house. If I showed you map, show me your map.
In a flurry of
That's where they are. I went after my babies. I bring them back.
There's one unaffected egg behind them. Perhaps there's still a chance. Little egg.
She leaps up and grabs the... She cocks a black eye up at you.
Thank you. I have something for you. Something
I've spotted something.
Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you...
The older-looking Magister notices your presence. He wipes his grubby...
Halt! What word do you bring?
The younger one grows pale, and his eyes open wide.
The Void Woken come.
Hush, Fader. You may pass, traveller. Be quick, mind. He said...
He nods his head.
This town looks peaceful enough. Let's find out if looks deceive.
Hope you ain't looking for work in this.
You too, Julian. Show them how it's done, man. Go on, you mute sack. The Lord Dread away.
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator.
Oh, but yours is not a stink like the one that surrounds. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell? I inquire because I enjoy.
He licks his lips.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss. In that case, you better think very carefully. I'm very good at what I do. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been very well. In that case, we'll forego the... Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? But they do. Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule. A beast of... I've need of a rat catcher. Of course. I must depart post-haste.
Stay behind? But...
Like I said, Julian, and with that I must be off. No hard feelings.
There's a moment of fleeting suspicion as his glove closes around the bones of your...
How very hard. One last thing. The Magister, should this happen, just wave this Adieu and good... Time has come, my stick-lipped lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt.
You! Yes, I am very much aware. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? By the Bishop's bones, you saw it? Out with it, man. What happened? Voidwoken. That means source was used. Which means Raymond, that old goat, always suspected there's more to the Driftwood Dwarf. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ship sinking. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of savage. There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his... It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. It's wild territory. Remote and hostile. Where I believe... Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar... They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure. And hard... Queen Justinia will stop in that case. Go forth.
Much business today? Not much. People don't want to leave town. I can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
My word, but you do looking. Have at it. Got yourself situated.
They'll be by soon enough. Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Magisters will get rid of the Voidwoken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Have you anything that will protect against Voidwoken?
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But Voidwoken? God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is then.
Could be worse, you know. It could be a dwarf. got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Magisters will get rid of the void woken anytime soon?
Yep.
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call it? The axe?
The hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
You heard any news?
Nothing good. The wars are brewing, my friend, and special prices for you, my friend. War is hell, my friend, but it's very good for business. Good luck to you.
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon enough.
Hear ye! Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Hello, mister.
The little boy looks at you.
You be careful. My daddy's a... No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most...
They stare at you in disbelief.
You're weird. We're waiting for our friend. He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy. Fort Joy?
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's gonna find his mum and bring her back.
That's right. I think he's an idiot.
Made it back, safe and sound.
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building.
There's something not right, and that's wrong. Not like this. This smells real bad.
The dog stares at a spot.
I don't care if we tear this place apart plank by plank. We will find
You've been warned, Barnes. Now,
The Magister turns, and his eye...
there's a sorcerer somewhere in this Lucian's teeth. If you see anything suspicious, he's a sorcerer dressed as a tinkerer. He fled into this stinking shed, but we'll find him again. We'll have our...
A flicker of pain appears.
I knew those Magisters for years. Trick now. I've got...
Bugger off, I'm busy.
Grisha's still the favourite. If I bet against him,
The dwarf peers at an ex...
Fascinating. Most. Oh, my. I mean, no. What do you want? What's it to you?
The dwarf grimaces, and...
Whatever's wrong with these fish is causing a lot of hard... Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effect. Do as I ask, and you'll be... Wonderful. Now, there's 3... some.
The fish instantly churn. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across...
Doesn't look like you didn't feel a thing. Which is interesting enough by itself. Speaking of which, I've learned a great deal from observing you.
The dwarf puffs up his chest.
The fish is indeed malignant. Ah, yes. The fish you ate is known as crimson. Who is to say what might happen if you brewed a ferocity mixture with a crimson bream that's been touched? Seek out somewhere that peddles ferocity herb mixes. But making it so, now my...
side. So report Lucian's teeth. If you see anything suspicious.
The dog sniffs the wooden decking.
Something's wrong. I don't know, but there's something wrong. Easy for you to say.
The dwarf reaches into a barrel. The innards fall to the floor, landing in a pool of dark bile. You'd expect fish to smell, but...
You see the nose on my face, don't you? I bloody know it smells, and I don't care as long as it sells. And sells... But the boss has found her bite.
He runs his knife through another fish and flicks the blade, sending a shower of guts.
I'd say your guess is as good as mine. Except I got the sense not to...
The dwarf turns back to his work, slicing. Looking at the barrel, you see that someone has...
Here, leave them back. Don't you come near me.
Behind the containers...
Please, you have to help me. The Magisters have got... I'm a salesman. I'll tinker. I'll fix things. Please help me. I don't want to die. I don't want them to take me. I just need to get out of Driftwood. I can't, please. I'll do... Thank you. I'll lose... I'll follow.
There he is. Justice. You found him.
The Magister steps... What?
You utter fool.
Safe. At last, I can breathe again. At last! Oh, sure, you have my thanks. If not for you, I probably would have... I can't just... But once I'm sure the way's clear, I'm running to Ox like a cat with its tail on... Oh, of course. Here. This is the most powerful scroll that I have. It must have belonged to one of their mission friends. They nearly lit... I thought she was an idiot. I swear. .
The dwarf looks you up and down, a scowl of repulsion on his...
Ain't no one been standing together since Lucian died.
Glad to hear you say it. Fugitive.
Ah, yeah, because I don't intend to end... No, I shan't be baited. I ain't saying nothing on the topic no more. Godspeed, buggered far.
The dwarf leans in.
This fella runs along, right, sweating. Hide in a barrel, you fool, I yelled. Problem is, he's still in there. Been a...
I'm working here.
Grisha's still the favourite. If I bet against him, I could win big. Or lose it all.
You see a man, well-fed. He tries to ignore your presence. Fed.
See here. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arks are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. If that's some kind of riddle, I ain't about to play along. Now, unless you've got fish, this is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arks. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect. An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house.
That dark shadow crosses his face.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. Absolutely not. I don't give away sensitive information like that to when... That really is enough now.
Take that, sorcerer. Dallas, get her!
You're dead, Alexander, you're dead!
Here, mister! Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he? See? Told...
Turtle Johnny puts an...
Take that, sorcerer! I hate this.
The three kids stare.
Crap! The sauce collars...
For a moment, you watch...
All this damn...
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten notes spread across the...
So many suspects. So many...
A floorboard creaks beneath your foot. The elf...
What? Why do you sneak up on me? Don't you know how dangerous that is, the way things are? Show some sense, and my own Magister comrades are vanishing from right... 3 Magisters vanished so far. That's what I'm intent on finding out. This tavern is full of... I have to keep investigating. Keep the pressure up. The culprit will... Civic pride, perhaps? You do that. It doesn't make sense. I'm missing something. You can figure this out. Come on. Who would do this? It doesn't make sense. I'm missing something. Useless. Bloody useless. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point? I'm approaching this the wrong way. I must be. No rest until the killer is found. I'm
Alexander the Innocent.
So what are you going to do now that the White Majesty...
You have interrupted my newest...
The bard clears his throat and gargles on his...
Well, never you mind. Wait. You might be just the stimulus I needed. I shall craft a rhyme for you and your rating. Normally, I'd argue with you.
He stares at you for a few...
Your eyes betray the guilt of the human race. You believe it's your right to ravage Grivalon.
He smiles a crook...
Ah, arrogance. That most peculiar of human... Indeed. You seem almost fit...
The bard...
To all lovers... Bitter march of humans unabated. This world of war...
Arguing with Mac is like giving medicine.
It's the sorcerers... They shall not stop till all the world's a waste. And signs of all other cultures erased. Of silver, gold, and of silver, gold. Now with friends and lovers, I'm with friends and
An
lovers.
elf sways on her chair. She slides one of the drinks towards you. Her...
Drink or shut up.
The drink has
Nothing, love.
She slides another glass of ale toward you.
Bottoms up.
Her gaze swivels around.
Damien's dull knife is another. Psh. Give me one good reason. Maybe.
She shows you the two swollen, angry red welts on the underside of her...
I know how to make it better. There's this woman. I'm not... She's downstairs. And it's in her lips. I changed the right way. And then, you understand how, sometimes you just want to... That's just it, isn't it?
She looks at you earnestly.
I seem good.
A prim woman in a starched apron.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
Her eyes soften and...
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. You and my Niles would get along. Nice to see an unfamiliar face. What brings you to Drift? Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. But it's been too long since I've seen him. You come into my house. You animal! Stay away from my bar, you hear? I can arrange...
She nods an uninterested...
Here for the fight. This is a tavern. People are drink... Well...
Ah! Finally! I'll have a bowl of the house stew, if you please. Oh, pity. After all I've been through, too.
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you expectantly. His lip trembles dramatically.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. He was... No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, our precious cargo, and the waiter won't even bring me any stew. Ah, then perhaps my luck has changed. Yes, perhaps this awful... Tell me, how are you with, well, my mentor, Liam, and I were... We made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. I managed to escape, but my... Of course. Now, give me... I can't tell you...
And signs of all other cultures erased.
Have you ever even met
Silver, gold, and diamonds now disposed. Won't be caught dead. Friends and lovers,
He fixes you with a stare, then a smile.
Greetings, stranger. Looking to...
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's really, you insult me.
A smile spreads across his face.
Now we're speaking the same language. So, let me...
He squints and gives you a look.
Either you're joking, or there's some... My friend, the very best lovers are... Well, this is what's available.
He holds out his hand.
gods. Okay then. Now, let me ask you this. What flavour of stew do you prefer? Do you like the strong and meaty variety? Upstairs, on the second floor. Her name is...
He gives you a mischievous...
Humans must prevail!
Stick to your own kind is my advice.
The town is poor, but this room is...
A weathered woman in a dirty...
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. The ship is in the locker. On the and yet... Can you hear? I'm haunted by my crew. They ring the bell to drive me mad. Please!
She buries her head in...
Make it!
Stick to your own kind is my advice.
Gotta take it into trance.
You got that right,
Here now. When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see. Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? Ah, so it's dear Prudence who's responsible for our confusion. Still, no harm done, I suppose. I may as well introduce myself. Baron Levy. Of course they are. I'm a wealthy man, and wealthy men need protection. The merchant's burden, you see. He must escort travels, you say. And why would...
He laughs heartily.
Of all things, I wouldn't have thought my boots would give me away, but you're quite right. I am travelling, yes, to Arx. Lucian's Day will be upon us. I go because it is every citizen's duty. Our communal obligation. That said, I do have more secular motivations. As a merchant, it is quite music to my ears. If there's anything else you need, know you're always welcome.
You got that right, Hilga. You got that right.
Yeah? What do you want?
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Huh. I want another beer. Guess that makes me a sinner. Thatcher here is one of my...
Thatcher grins hello.
Our mate Boris got posted to Fort Joy for consorting with lizards. And Thatcher...
They look at you expectantly. Thatcher bursts out laughing.
Get lost before I...
Thatcher doesn't look
disrespecting one magister's and...
She turns back. Weathered and rugged, the man sleeps soundly. His eyes flick wide open, but he's... His eyes flick wide open, but...
The island is ruined and doesn't have a name.
His eyes flicker open, but he looks... His eyes flicker open, but he looks like he's...
Sorta...
Startled, he opens his eyes. Startled, he opens his eyes, but he's still... His eyes open, but he goes back to sleep.
Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Yes, my lord.
Of course it's not true.
A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns towards you.
I'm so glad you've come. Are you here too? I've been so lonely since my
She gives you a cool look.
Not in the mood for games. All right, darling.
She closes her eyes. She's motionless as she finds the rhythm of the song that you realize you hear the music too. It floods your body with light, at once moving to the rhythm of your desire. Her face is suddenly against yours, and she
Darling, you're undead. Honey, I should be paying you.
Her world
Good morning, lovebirds. You know me, Gil. Leave him alone, Gil. This one's mine.
Listen, Bonebag. We're killing you, and we're taking...
I'm afraid you're too late. I'm afraid you're too late. My work. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
The bell's still ringing.
Hold it. Papa no no. You no go. Didn't hear me the first time, eh? That'll be a hard no, dear. It's already mad as a bag of cats down. Hey, back away. You again. I told you to scram once. Don't make me... You can't buy my... Oh, you can buy 10 seconds of me eyeballs examining the ground for, let's say, a small fortune. You look like you've no gold. Have to keep pushing, do you?
I've spotted something.
Look at that. Good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison, then? Aye, so it further downs the arena. I give them that. You could say that my dad... So, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use your imagination. How can I make you bloom?
Kids at war.
What do you want? Boss is busy. Good. Listen up. I'm not here to chit-chat with the likes of you. I brought you up from girl to...
He lifts his right arm, showing a white back.
This ain't the thanks I... Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anna? Bart, Kate, get...
His sneer travels from the...
And you. You better have a damn good reason for... Brave lad. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me. You came into my house, but...
He winces loudly and holds a hand...
No more was fair. No less, either. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy? I've got people. They've got people. But me? I love a good... Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down God... That's so.
He leans back and narrows his eyes.
You know, the order's been going on about Godwoken for an eon now. So if you are who you say you are, what's the point of you? Ah, I could help you. But last I heard, you was working for the Magisters. Big shots at the boats. Now, why in the name of all the Earths would I help a worm like that?
An unpleasant smirk twitches around the corner.
Right. I reckon I could help you out. Depending on what you can do for me.
He gestures towards the back.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl, that ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal. Guy's name is Mordus. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got him. I'd like a word with the guy. Glad you see it that way. No one's seen him in a good... Tell him I sent you. Good. One more thing. If there's something you want to find out from him, Here, you can take this off my hands. Good luck.
Are you? No.
To your own nightmare.
Hail, darling.
She draws you in.
Oh, yes. Are you worthy of my gift? Mercy, mercy. Oh, Sappha. Too inebriated to keep her lips tight. Not inebriated enough to slip into blackness. I can't. Not yet. First, you gaze into the gem.
She flashes her ring at you, and you stare at the luminescent stone at its center. You are floating on a current. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you...
Yes. A true warrior. You desire I will fulfill this desire. A kiss. Most delicious.
Dorothea sees you.
Darling, I admit I wish, but I'm afraid I can't bear to press my lips against such a book.
What's this? I found something.
Look at that. Good to meet you, Governor. Aye, so further down's the I give them. You could say that my... So, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use your imagination. Just say the word, Governor. What do you...
What do you want? Boss is big. Good. Listen up. You're not here to chit-chat with the likes of you. I bought
He lived.
This who's...
The form...
Enough! Bar.
His sneak.
And you better have...
Tell the truth now. Who was in it?
Brave lad. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me. If you don't already...
He winces loudly and holds a hand to...
No more must know less. So, how'd you make it out of fault? Here's one up. You one of her little seekers. So, reckon I could help you? But last...
An unpleasant...
Right. I reckon I could help you out.
He just...
Had a bit of that ain't like... And wouldn't you know it, guy's name is... I'd like a word with the guy. That'll be up. No, tell him I said. Good. One more. If there's something you... Here, good luck.
Hail, darling.
She draws...
Are you worthy of my gift? Handsome. I must consider your merits before I answer. If you... Surely you've accomplished something. Indeed. Are you ready for me to... I can't. Gaze.
She flashes. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette.
Yes. I will... A kiss. Most...
Dorothea sees you.
Darling!
You draw, yet her lips do not press again. Her fang
You desire we part ways now. I'll... Oh, yes.
She kisses her.
Now go.
bitter march of humans unabated.
What
This
can I get
world
you?
of war and cruelty they
friend.
created. They shall conquer it all.
Why the devil is this stall out?
Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
Occupied! Oh! Oh no! Do I? That's what I get. Bloody makes a little... No! Fish! Save me,
What's this?
It's...
I don't care. Keep on alert until this fiend's head is... What do you want? You can't just come in here as you... Good to hear someone cares about our missing... He's a deviant named Higba. A grubby little... Hardly. By all... No matter. He'll face... Well? Do you know anything? I'm already aware of that, I can't believe they'd have any involvement in this.
The Magister barely
Another one of my Now? Well, now I'm going to have...
The Magister grumbles.
Bloody bastard.
You can't go in there. They was very angry about it. She's my foot, but then she stopped. I'm not allowed outside.
She looks around.
When the wind blows, I can hear her cry.
She gives you a look.
Oh, we dwarves had a...
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that pink.
Latest news! Many a latest, my friend. Ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is that you remember what happened to the elves, don't ya? 7 save us. Stabbed in the back he was. Kill 'em all, I say. Do 'em like Magister I mean, they doomed us all. Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything. You ask me, and I...
Magisters dropping left and right. send me away. I'm not a dirty lizard.
Get out, Alice. Get that sauce.
This must be the place Loha mentioned. It looks unassuming enough.
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might... She calmly opens her left.
What do you want?
The dwarf unfolds her arms and...
All right, human. Right, glad low. Those brutes are taking their sweet time. Who knows? Anything that gives away what that weird priest's been hanging around. Those half-wits below will get to it then. But tell the lunk...
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
I've spotted something. There we go. The door's opening.
The shrine depicts... You run your hands along the exterior until you scrape your... The stone is cold. The room remains...
Careful. I spotted a trap.
Well, this won't do. If I can get stuck, then I can get unstuck.
Loha will want to know of this.
This shrine to Duna, there's no mistake.
Ain't no rest for any...
Come on, damn you. Think.
The bitter march of human unabridged.
Downright. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all I care. It's the credit rule.
Look at that. A fresh face.
Better get out there before Mord. I asked you for a man.
He takes the letter from your hands.
Bloody goddamn. This is bad. Not just for hell if I know, but it don't sound good, of course. Best listen up. I need your help. Look, me and mine, we move. Trouble is, we came across something no one ought to have. I ordered it to be destroyed. That can't happen. The less you know, the better. My people had an operation up in the... Haven't heard from them in a couple of days now. I bet my lucky left foot Mordus is in the cave. Pray to whoever you pray to. That finally, someone give me a map. I'll show you where... I don't want to know.
Come, sister. What did you think was gonna happen? could be worse, you know.
Penny for a sick.
A glance at the dog's miserable face.
What am I, dog's doctor? Penny for a penny, you can then get out of the way. Penny for a sick.
The dog lies there quiet.
You don't...
It snaps at your hand. It flinches. A low threat. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of... The dog gives you a long... The dog goes to bite your hand.
Hey, I feel okay. Master did. Huh?
He turns to his master.
You bird...
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran... God damn it. No. You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you?
He gives you a cool look, then rummages in his pocket.
That's your luck.
Well met, friend.
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours, and, in one case...
It's free to look. Fair travels, friend.
Buying or selling?
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
You ever think about running off, like Barnby and Sam did?
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
Yeah. Guess you're right.
You poor dwarf. Do you even know what they've done to you?
The lizard hangs.
Welcome.
One bloody eye cracked.
Chased. Or, indeed, you could stand there gulping as if I just run off with your femur. You might not have the brains anymore, but I pray you've managed to keep some wits.
The Meister bares her teeth, stained a deep pink by her blood, and...
Melody is unfortunately mistaken. I cannot train you, but I can certainly help you on your path, as long as I am free of this rope.
The lizard grimaces, shifting awkwardly as she
I am in intense pain. You are either insufferably cruel or insufferably stupid. Insufferably cruel? How charming. Your bones are bleached by the sun, but not about... But no undead creature lasts long enough in Fort Joy to be collared. Therefore, you must have a mast. Only an important person would carry such a prestigious item, and no one important gets free. Now, an important person does not come to...
A slow, pained grin spreads across the lizard's...
Not quite as stupid as I imagined. I am still head of the sea. Now, if you would be so kind. My bonds?
The Meister bares her teeth, stained...
Melody is unfortunately mistaken. I cannot train... Because along with torture and interrogation, the Magisters found space in their schedule. They spent quite some time at it, too. Apparently, I was a rich vein to be... No offense meant towards your own venerable carcass, of course. They stopped the process just as the last of my power drained away. Just enough to rob me of...
I had hoped they simply wished. It seemed Dallas had ordered that I be held until she could do the deed herself. Now that you have had that...
Be quick about it, before the Magister realizes they're excellent.
that I kill Lucian's second most charming son.
The lizard hangs from the gibbet.
Well,
One
chase or in
the
mad because no, they stopped. It's now.
The lizard.
I am insufferable. No one, only an now and not now. If you would, be quick. What do you?
Worms take you.